I can already guess how this video is going to turn out, and I don't see it turning out too well. Mostly because this is really well overdone. But today, I'm going to be reviewing My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, episodes 1 and 2. A combo, if you will. And I just hope it turns out well. Hey, you can hear my voice now, because I got a better mic. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started with the review. And what else way can we start besides the summary? And before watching any further, I should probably note that I'm not a professional analyzer, and I am nowhere professional in this field. So, I mean, a lot of it's probably my opinion, because I'm really bad with that kind of stuff. So, anyway, let's get on with the summary.
Once upon a time, in the magical land of Equestria.
The episode opens up like a story about two sisters, one that ruled the night and one that ruled the day. The one that ruled the day would bring the sun up in the morning. The one that ruled the night would bring the moon up at night, of course. However, it is both their duties to lower each other's sun and moon in order for the other to rise. However, the story continues to say that one sister did not agree with no one being awake in her night.
The eldest used her unicorn powers to raise the sun at dawn. The younger brought out the moon to begin the night. The younger unicorn refused to lower the moon to make way for the dawn. The elder sister tried to reason with her, but the bitterness in the young one's heart had transformed her into a wicked mare of darkness. Using the magic of the elements of harmony, she defeated her younger sister and banished her permanently in the moon. The elder sister took on responsibility for both sun
and moon, and harmony has been maintained in Equestria for generations since.
As you noticed, at the end of the story, the voice transitions to Tara Strong's voice, the voice actor of Twilight Sparkle, thus bringing us our main protagonist. Later we find ourselves in Twilight's home, which completely looks like a library. Unless I'm completely wrong, it could be a library, which, you know, I'm having my own little argument right now, because I'm really confused right now. Anyway, they're trying to look for information on the elements of harmony because Twilight expects that Luna, or Nightmare Moon, will return again during the 1000th Summer Sun celebration. After sending a letter to Princess Celestia about her concerns, she immediately receives a letter back, but it's not exactly what she was hoping for. Twilight and Spike were being sent to Ponyville to check on some preparations for the 1000th Summer Sun celebration. And the only thing that makes her happy is the fact that she's staying in the library, mostly because she can do more research on the situation. One of her orders was to make some friends, simply, right? Well, not so much.
Hello?
Although she is not mentioned, Pinkie Pie is the second member of the main six to be mentioned on the show. Next, we have the third member of the main six, who is mentioned in this scene. Her name is Applejack, and when Twilight just wants a sample of foods to be able to test, she gives her an entire meal. Upon giving her some food, she's almost introduced the entire Apple family.
Apple bumpkin, red gallop, red delicious, golden delicious, caramel apple, apple strudel, apple tart, baked apple, cinnamon crisp, big Macintosh, apple flume, and granny.
After their encounter with Applejack, Spike and Twilight look for a Pegasus that is supposed to be clearing the skies above Ponyville. Little do they know that, she's right there.
Excuse me? Oops, I guess I overdid it. How about this? My very own patented...
After Rainbow Dash mentions her dreams about the Wonderbolts, Twilight, I don't know how to really say this, but kind of says that it's not going to be possible with a Pegasus who can't clear the sky in one day. Well, that Rainbow Dash doesn't really like that, so she accepts the challenge.
Decorations. Beautiful.
After meeting the fourth member of the main six, we run into the fifth one, which is going to be Rarity, who Spike instantly falls in love with.
No. How are my spines? Are they straight?
Rarity finishes her task, she turns to face Twilight, which she is very surprised to see that her mane is in a very pinky fashion. So, ignoring everything else Twilight says, she goes and fixes her mane, and basically everything else about her.
No, too green, too yellow, too poofy, not poofy enough, too frilly, too shiny. Now go on, my dear. You were telling me where you're...
When Rarity turns her back, Twilight makes a run for it along with Spike. Now, their next character they're going to be introduced is Fluttershy, or the sixth member of the main six. Now, as they come across her, she's kind of shy to meet Twilight. Now, she won't give the answers Twilight's hoping for.
Oh my, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to frighten your birds. I'm just here to check up on the music, and it's sounding beautiful. I'm Twilight Sparkle. What's your name?
I'm Fluttershy.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Obviously, she's shy to meet other ponies. However, her love for wild creatures and mysterious animals opened her up, and she went to go confront Spike and wants to know all about how a baby dragon reacts in the world.
I'm Spike. Hi, Spike. I'm Fluttershy. Wow, a talking dragon. And what do dragons talk about? Well, what do you want to know? Absolutely everything.
Attempting to get away from all the ponies, they go into the library, which turns out to be a surprise welcoming party set up by Pinkie Pie.
Surprise! Hi, I'm Pinkie Pie, and I threw this party just for you. Were you surprised? Were you?
Now, Twilight wants to get some sleep, but one thing she has forgotten about is the Summer Sun celebration, which is the 1000th annual rise of the sun, so she has to stay up. That's what the other ponies are there to do, well, basically keep her up, which is kind of a good thing in the long run.
On the longest day of the 1000th year, the stars will aid in her escape.
Now, everything seems perfect. Every pony's waiting for Celestia to come out of the curtains and raise the sun. It's supposed to be a really good time, but something bad is hinted when all the stars join to the moon and the figure in the moon disappears. Now, as Mayor Mare is presenting, everybody gets excited for the appearance of Princess Celestia. However, when they finally open the curtains, there is no Celestia, unfortunately. And where is she? A dark mist arises from where Celestia would be standing, and you've guessed it, it's Nightmare Moon.
Oh, my beloved subjects. It's been so long since I've seen your precious. Did you not recall the legend? Did you not see the signs?
I did, and I know who you are. You're the Mare in the Moon, Nightmare Moon.
Well, well, well. Some pony who remembers me. Then you also know why I'm here.
You're here to...
Remember this day, little ponies, for it was your last. From this moment forth, the night will last forever.
Now, to briefly sum that up,
Elements of harmony. See Mare in the Moon? But that's just an old pony's tale. She will bring about nighttime eternal. It's imperative that the princess is told right away. I knew she would want to take immediate action.
My dear Twilight, there is more to a young pony's life than studying. Make some friends.
All the ponies in this town are crazy! I hope Princess was right.
She's gone.
Oh no, Nightmare Moon.
now we're on to the second episode. As Twilight searches for information on the elements of harmony to defeat Nightmare Moon, the rest of the main six characters come and join her in finding out what she knows.
I read all about the prediction of Nightmare Moon. Some mysterious objects called the elements of harmony are the only things that can stop her. But I don't know what they are. Where to find them? I don't even know what they do.
The elements of harmony, a reference guide.
How did you find that?
It was under E.
They read the book and they find out where they need to go, and what do you know, it's the worst and most disliked place in all of the show, in all of Equestria. So let's just see where this takes us. All the ponies are scared, however, it looks like Pinkie Pie is the only one not afraid to walk in there. And Twilight wants to walk alone, however, she is rejected.
Sure ain't letting any friend of ours going to that creepy place alone. We're sticking to you like caramel on a candy apple.
Especially if there's candy apples in there.
I will always get a kick out of how Twilight reacts to when Applejack's his friend. Anyway, Twilight and her friends go to the forest and experience their elements of harmony in action. And I'm going to skip to those scenes so I can show you guys and describe it a bit.
Never come out!
Fluttershy, quick!
That sucks.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness!
Hold on! I'm a-coming! Applejack, what do I do?
Here we see Applejack's element, honesty, put into action. However, it's not my favorite way of showing her honesty. Who would lie about dropping into a pit to their death? Anyway, as she drops and she's caught, she believes in her honesty and she becomes more attached to Applejack because she was honest about herself. In the next scene, we have an attack by a manticore, and guess whose element comes out here? No, it has nothing to do with fighting, it has something to do with kindness from Fluttershy, who shows kindness to the wild beast, and tames it, basically. You'll just keep watching, here you go. And they want to make a final rush attack to finally tame or take down this beast until Fluttershy comes out and says,
Oh, you poor, poor little baby. Little? No, this might hurt for just a second. Fluttershy!
going into the woods, everything gets dark and then trees start to appear as monsters. And every pony seems afraid except for one, and guess who that would be? No, it's not a brave one. It has to be the only one that stays happy all the time instead of scared. And that would be Pinkie Pie opening out with our first song of the series.
Girls, don't you see? When I was a little filly and the sun was going down.
Tell me she's not.
The darkness and the shadows, they would always make me frown.
She is.
I'd hide under my pillow from what I thought I saw. But Granny Pie said that wasn't the way to deal with fears at all.
Then what is?
She said, Pinkie, you gotta stand up tall. Learn to face your fears. You'll see that they can't hurt you. Just laugh to make them disappear. Ha, ha, ha. So giggle at the ghostly, guffaw at the grossly, crack up at the creepy, whoop it up with the weepy, chortle at the kooky, snortle at the spooky. Tell that victim scary face to take a hike and leave you alone. And if he thinks he can scare you, then he's got another thing coming. And the very idea of such a thing just makes you wanna
So there's Pinkie Pie's element. Laughter, if that wasn't obvious enough. I mean, she literally laughed at every single last thing and made every single other pony laugh at everything scary, especially Fluttershy. So if that wasn't evident enough, I don't know what is. Next we have a Rarity's element, shown here, of generosity, which she cuts off a piece of her tail and gives it to the, I don't know what you call this thing, but as the second half of his mustache.
I was just sitting here, minding my own business, when this tacky little cloud of purple smoke just whisked past me and tore half of my beloved mustache clean off.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures, so she cuts off her tail. Even though the show gave the appearance that she stabbed this creature in the water. She then gives her tail as a mustache to this dragon water thing. and it pleases him, and he makes the bridge across to the other side of the river. Next we have Rainbow Dash's element of honesty. She encounters 3 members of the Shadow Bolts who give her the chance of her lifelong dream instead of the Wonder Bolts, but become a member of the Shadow Bolts. Now, she does this, and she attaches the bridge, as seen right now, but here comes them, they come encounter them, but she's honest with her friends, but it kind of takes a while to make her decision.
Really? I mean, oh yeah, me. Hey, you wouldn't mind telling the Wonderbolts that, would ya? 'Cause I've been trying to get into that group for, like, ever.
Shadow Bolts. We're the greatest aerial team in the Everfree Forest, and soon we will be the greatest in all Equestria. But first, we need a captain.
Rainbow! What's taking so long? Thank you for the offer, I mean. But I'm afraid I have to say no.
Anyway, they all make it into the ruined castle, and they want to leave Twilight alone to test out these elements of harmony. Little do they know the elements of harmony are walking out the room right now. So, Nightmare Moon arrives and takes the elements away, as Twilight hops in and teleports away with Nightmare Moon. Later on, the elements are destroyed, as it's going to be shown. Thus is when Twilight realizes who the real elements of harmony belong to.
You little fool! Thinking you could defeat me! Now you will never see your princess or your son. The night will last forever! Don't worry, we'll be there!
You think you can destroy the elements of harmony
She just figures it out like that.
Well, you're wrong, because the spirits of the elements of harmony are right here! What? Applejack, who reassured me when I was in doubt, represents the spirit of honesty. Fluttershy, who tamed the Manticore with her compassion, represents the spirit of kindness. Pinkie Pie, who banished fear by giggling in the face of danger, represents the spirit of laughter. Rarity, who calmed a sorrowful serpent with a meaningful gift, represents the spirit of generosity. And Rainbow Dash, who could not abandon her friends for her own heart's desire.
Yeah, you get the point. Anyway, all the elements are shown, thus the element of magic is shown and given to Twilight, and these elements are used to defeat Nightmare Moon. Upon the defeat of Nightmare Moon, Princess Celestia arrives and addresses the main 6 of what they have accomplished and what Twilight has accomplished.
Princess Celestia!
Twilight Sparkle, my faithful student. I knew you could do it.
But you told me it was all an old ponytail.
I told you that you needed to make some friends, nothing more. I saw the signs of Nightmare Moon's return, and I knew it was you who had the magic inside to defeat her. But you could not unleash it until you let true friendship into your heart. Princess Luna. We were meant to rule together, little sister.
Sister?
Will you accept my friendship?
I'm so sorry. I missed you so much, big sister.
I've missed you too. Why so glum, my faithful student? Are you not happy that your quest is complete and you can return to your studies in Canterlot?
That's just it. Just when I learn how wonderful it is to have friends, I have to leave them.
Spike, take a note, please. Twilight Sparkle shall take on a new mission for Equestria. She must report to me her findings from her new home in Ponyville.
I'll study harder than ever before.
Anyway, that is it, guys, for today's review. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Again, this is my first ever review, so just don't hate on it too much. Probably will anyway, because it sucks so bad. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, and just tell me if you want to see more of this, because I'm still probably going to do it, but you know, whatever. I'm going to upload my favorite parts of this episode, and some criticism on some of the parts of this episode. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. I'm GreenDart, and I'll see you guys later.